Okay, so we're gonna go to Zoom. Let's see where my Facebook is, my broadcast meeting. There it is. Okay. So welcome everybody to another day in the life. Got it. Okay, so we are setting up our live stream here as always. My back office people are not paid, so they didn't come to work today. So we love you, everybody, and we're going to have a really incredible show today. I'm going to check my online to see that we're not missing anybody's request for notifications. 9 minutes, comment, Andrea. Okay. So here we go. Let's see here. So we are going to go StreamYard and back to my Zoom here. Now, love you, everybody. Today is not World 420 Day, but it is a time to meditate and to visualize world peace, because we have the what's going on here, globally. And I'm going to get right into sharing my screen with you. We'll let Nancy in here for a second. And so we have lost, we lost Brady. He'll come back. But this morning we're going to be reading the State of the Union here. And we want to welcome Nancy. Thank you so much for coming, Nancy. We're so... here comes Vicky. They're all coming in at once, and I haven't even opened the show yet. So here comes everybody, and it's organic. Don't panic. And remember, that's our new peace sign, and that's our weed peace sign. It's 321 peace, and then F schedule 1. So we do that really fast, so the the guys on late night TV won't kick us off. But we're live right now, and I am going to record this right now. It's really amazing. In progress. It's really amazing. Does anybody have one of these? This is what I got to do before I do anything. And I took it down today from the sky. I had it way up on my, near my monitor, and I never followed it. So I'm going to go now back to my Facebook, and I'm going to be sure that, because I just read that, I'm going to be sure that our Facebook is streaming to the public. So now we take this down before we start our incredible live global broadcast today. I'm going to check our Facebook, edit video, boom. Let's go down and see how we can do this. If I go boom back to here, and I go boom right there. Nancy was in the way there. Okay, so now we are so blessed to have a Weeds Day here, and I'm going to edit our audience, and lo and behold, it just said friends. So now we're streaming everybody, and we are so excited to have you all on board. Brady's having some difficulties. Vicky, hello, beautiful. Hello, gorgeous. That's a Barbra Streisand thing. Hi. Hello, gorgeous, And so when we all get on stage and we're hanging out with Snoop and Willie Nelson and the OGs, and we're getting prisoner relief funds set up with all the people that we have already in line, we're going to say hello, gorgeous, to all the prisoners that have been in jail, that we have a hold on, that we have a handle on, that we are friends with. And it's so beautiful to be in our slice of the pie. And today at 12:15, we have we have the Pot Brothers today. And the Pot Brothers have never really been on a visual Zoom chat. And so it's going to be really fun. And so I'm going to read my State of the Union, okay? And that's in response to President No Pot in his message last night. We're going, come on, say pot, say 420 to Joe last night. And he said war on drugs. He got a little bit of something in there. And so every inch that we traverse, everybody, in my show, in anything that I'm touching, in our articles yet to have published, in some of the magazines, in our golf tournaments and our concerts, we're going to be taking snippets to make the 3-minute video to play at the legislation when we go to the Supreme Court, because we're going to get in there and we're going to help the CARES Act, and we're going to make this happen. So I'm going to share my screen, everybody, with you for a second and run my intro, and that will knock off, that will open up, that will champagne us. And here we go with our intro, everybody. Boom. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and we are going to have a Weeds Day this week, and it's going to be great. We're going to have incredible guests. We're going to be talking about our NFT Relief Fund project, and we're going to have some OGs on, and please donate to the Prisoner Fund, the Relief Fund. Okay, everybody, it's me, Jeff Eichen, and we have a news update, and you know what that means, and we are going to have the State of the Union today. I'm going to read that freaking State of the Union. I don't even know where it is right now, and we'll see you at noon. Hemp, hemp, hooray. Horn here. So thank you so much, everybody. Hemp, hemp, hooray. So I will bring us all back here on the front screen. And thank you, everybody, for joining us today. And we did hear the whales at the end. The Whale Society has allowed us to use the whale sound. We have to be aware of everything, every animal, every inch of the healing that needs to happen on the planet. And to thank you all for doing your part. Drive safely, Miss Vicky. We're so blessed to have you. And Michael Camp is here, and we have Nancy from Sensi Magazine is here, and Kara. So everybody, let's just do a round circle before we get the Pop Brothers, and I read my State of the Union. And I saw Joe last night, and he didn't even read. He didn't turn the pages. He just flowed, and it was kind of cool. It was kind of cool. He only said one. He only missed one word, and that was Ukraine, and he said Urain, like uranium. And I thought that would be like News at 11, like they were going to use it as a basketball slam dunk, where they keep repeating it, and the Republicans were going to get it. But you know what? I am Mr. Neutral, just like that cartoon from Keep on Truckin', Mr. Natural. So we're Mr. Neutral here, and we will keep it as clean as we can the whole time to the White House, and we'll be neutral. Even in our own trajectory, there's people that are not agreeing with this or that, but it takes a lot to put on an event. It takes a lot to get, yourself done with PTSD and to realize that today is the day. So I have actually, I'm going to open up my Photoshop in the background here. I have a really beautiful photograph that I made about the here and now, and the Farmy, the New Green Farmy is what we are. We're going to infiltrate, and we're going to be branding our logo, the New Green Farmy, and making t-shirts. And we're going to have New Green Farmy t-shirts and FOMO t-shirts, fear of missing out. And because we don't want you to miss out. We have an incredible human on today. Well, we're all incredible humans, but we have Brady Busby. Brady has been with us before, and he's done a legacy show with me, and he is coming away from his own PTSD. Brady, introduce yourself and tell us how cannabis helps you, and say something to the prisoners still inside.
Yeah, hi, my name is Brady Bugsby. I'm been using cannabis since I was medically retired from the Army in 2012. Uh, Basically given 5 years to live in 2011 because I was taking 37 pills a day, including 80 milligrams of Oxycontin a day for chronic pain. Now I've been off opiates for 10 years, don't drink alcohol, over that. And, I still have to take the minimum amount of PTSD meds because I have severe combat related PTSD and a traumatic brain injury from a morgue that landed next to me in Afghanistan. I have 7 combat tours in Iraq, Afghanistan, Kosovo. So I know the Balkan states, very interested in what's going on over there. Yeah, to the guys in prison, we're doing our best, hanging there. I want to get marijuana decriminalized federally, let the states regulate it however they want, and hopefully we can get the government to fix what they screwed up in the 1930s when they listed it and made it criminal. So, yeah, I'm here to support. I'm an advocate, and yeah, thank you.
So Brady, you went 7 times to the Middle East.
One to Kosovo, 3 times in Iraq, and 3 times in Afghanistan.
And you're a testimonial that 420 has done better than opiates for you.
Oh yes, I was a walking zombie there with all the benzodiazepines and the opiates and everything that they had me on. And like I said, they gave me 5 years to live because I was gonna die from accidental overdose, which I've lost friends to opiate overdose. Um, my organs were gonna shut down because I was taking so many medications, or I was gonna kill myself. Uh, be part of those 22 a day of combat vets to come back and take their own lives. So,
well, I did work on the 22 vet film from Missouri. 22 vets drove out to Colorado, where I was at stationed for a minute. And at the hotel, I interviewed 22 vets, and they all say the same thing, that they were just happy to be in Colorado where they could get, happy hour and go buy pot,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad and lucky to be in Arizona. So we are a legal state now.
Oh, fantastic. Well, it's our job here to spread the word globally. Thank you, POD TV. Thank you, everybody who's joined us. I think if I go back into the gallery Zoom, we have, oh my Lord, we have well, we lost one. We lost one brother. How are you doing today, Mark? You're on mute. There you go. Come on in, Mark.
All right. I'm here. My brother's here.
Oh yeah.
There he is.
That was Brady. Brady will. Oh no, Brady is here. We're getting in and out of some of our friends. Here's Michael again. So it's not about bandwidth, but it's about banding together, everybody. It's about my time with Jack Harrer, Dan's father. And the golf tournament we're going to make, but it's not about golfing, and it's not about having, Snoop and Willie and Mike Tyson. It's about all of us banding together, talking about bandwidth here, and helping each other, holding hands, doing our slice, and coming together to end prohibition. Jack Harrer wrote the book Emperors with Ellen Comp in my living room in 1995. Flew me to the state capitol with $301 bills, and I went to Southwest and LAX and flew straight up with my khakis on, and I was the only one that wasn't, stoned, and it was going to be late the next day, and I had Hemp Will Save the Earth button, and the lady that took the initiative from me at the state capitol in 95, and I was the delivery boy for our team here. I took one for our team. She said, "Can I have that button?" She was putting it on in the elevator. So if we can reenact that scene in the next movie we'll make, I just want to see the CARES Act go through and all of us make it to the White House. So today we're going to welcome the Pot brothers, Craig and Mark. We've been following them for quite a while. Mara finally got us to you. We're so blessed to have you. And since we just heard from Brady and that incredible story, Brady, thank you so much for all you do, Brady, and being a testimonial for the world that pot is way better for you than opiates. I think opiates have their place, but when my mom had the little button, I think that's when it needs to happen, not to be addicted. Yeah.
The sad part is we work with Weed for Warriors, and there's so many testimonials. There's so many instances where we've interviewed. I mean, there's a good friend of ours. I'm blanking on his name. Sergeant. He's a quadriplegic, and cannabis got him off of all the drugs, and he surfs and he goes out and he does stuff.
Craig, can you introduce yourself and then go right into the surf?
Let me take care of that for us. My brother kind of jumps into all the.
It's all good. It's all perfect. We got to end prohibition together, and now we're teaming up and we're getting our farmy together.
We are, and let me take care of that for you. But it's a pleasure to be here, Jeff. Thank you for having us. I'm Mark Wasserman. Together there with my big brother Craig, we're known as the Pot Brothers at Law, California attorneys handling all aspects of cannabis business licensing and regulations, as well as all areas of criminal defense. Due to our law, over 1 million followers, and our educational videos have amassed over 800 million views collectively. We've created a worldwide attorney referral network system, helping to connect good, honest, ethical attorneys for those in need around the globe. But most importantly, we teach people to peacefully engage with law enforcement by simply using 25 words known as the script, and to simply shut the fuck up when cops ask questions. We have copyrighted and trademarked the script and shut the fuck up for legal services. And we are now ready to talk to everybody.
I have Drug Policy Alliance pamphlets that tell you what to do when the cops pull you over. You know, we need those in everybody's car, you know.
We'll send you a box of our cards. On the back of the card, it has the script.
All right.
And people put that in their wallet behind their ID. And we also people asked for this right here. Never thought I'd be peddling anything, but this goes on your window like the oil sticker. So you never forget it. You don't have to reach in your wallet. You don't have to reach in the glove to get the card. It's right there. No matter how nervous you are in front of law enforcement, it's right there for you to follow.
Well,
let's do it really quick. For people who don't know, this is something that we do on our Instagram every Friday called the script review. And it goes like this. Big brother, what do you say when the cops first come up and pull you over and approach you? Why did you pull me over? And when they start intimidating you and trying to scare you, what do you say? I'm not discussing my day. And when they try to get more forceful and rip you out of your car and say, you better tell me what I want to know. Am I being detained or am I free to go? And if detained, what do you have to say? I invoke the fifth. And then what do you do? Shut the fuck up. Okay. That's the script review that we do. Those are the 25 words that are all based on different theories with the 4th and 5th Amendments, constitutional rights here in the United States. And we have learned through counsel in other parts of the world, shutting the fuck up can work just as well. And the other thing that we strive for is changing the stigma of who smokes, stoner looks like, where we're successful attorneys. We go to court, we handle cases, we win an awful lot. And negotiate multi-million-dollar deals, and we smoke cannabis. It's like someone having a drink in their hand. It's like we need to destigmatize that, and I think that as we destigmatize it, more people come out, and the closer we are to ending prohibition. We need more professionals to come out of the green closet, as we say. You know, there are plenty of attorneys that we know, and I go to court, and they're like, "Oh man, I see you on social media. I'm in my garage, hiding from my wife and kids, smoking." Like,
right, right.
Those days are over.
In my movie, gentlemen, Lifer's Madness, like Reefer Madness, I made in 2015 with Jeff Mazansky in Missouri, and I went in and filmed him, and Governor Nixon let him out after we got 300,000 signatures. So we helped Jeff come home, and he was going to come on today, but he was working. So we love him. He'll be back. But in my movie, I said, yeah, my parents came home and from work at night and had their Mai Tai, had their alcohol, but they were responsible with it. They weren't alkies, right? And it was their generation to calm down and to have their freaking drink at when they came home. Their Mai Tai with a little umbrella in it. What the hell? And now, it's bong time. So when I was with Tommy Chong, he was telling me what it took for him to be in jail. And he said he knew that people loved him that were out of jail and that he'd get out in 9 months. And so he said he had a ball in there learning about spirit. And so we're really glad to be linking up with you, to getting into some trouble with you. I'm on my way with the Can Do Clemency with Amy Pova. We have so many people together, and it's about time we met. And so I'm really glad to be here with you boys and to meet you finally. It's really I'm going to come on the screen here. It's really great to finally meet you and to get into some trouble in my lifetime. I'm gonna be a Beatles song in April. Okay. Oh, everybody! Before I read the State of the Union, I have something. I always pull a chair for our show. My father here. His name is Howard. Let's see if I can get some light on him. My father here is a great old soul, and he's in heaven. But we did some really crazy things on the pyramids in Palenque and in Guatemala where he lived. Today is his yahrzeit. Does anybody know what yahrzeit means? Okay, who's going to say yes? Come on in. Come on in, Sensi. Nancy?
Oh, sorry, I have a lot of noise in the background here, but yes, it's when we celebrate the passing of an ancestor or a relation.
So today is my dad's yahrzeit, and so we're gonna light a candle, a 420 candle for my dad, and so there's my 420 candle for my father, and we'll put it up here, and we'll keep rolling here. So as we bless those that were before us, that were after us, and everything, we stay in spirit of our prisoners. That's where I started this whole thing, Lifers Madness, the movie. And now that we have the power lawyers at my team, because I grew up in LA and I did know Bruce Margolin. Hello. So hello, everybody. We're on the same team here, and I can't wait to play with you. And tell us a little bit before I read the State of the Union here, honoring Mr. Biden from last night. So tell us a little bit about bud tenders in Vegas.
Mark? Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah.
That's the G4 Live Bud Tender Awards. That's the function that's going down May 11th to the 14th at Vegas Resort World. We're going to be there doing our seminar, the Shut the Fuck Up seminar, where we spend an hour with everybody going through this entire script, how we came up with it, a little background, a couple of cases that are near and dear to us that led us down this path, how we got involved in social media, and then we do a very nice round of Q&A, which can take on its own life of its own, and then we do a live version of what we call our game show, the Script Challenge, which is something you can find on our Instagram Live every Friday at noon Pacific time, where you come in, me and my brother are the cop, and you're a driver, and just how we did earlier, we do that, and we have a bunch of sponsors, and Cash App $100 from one of them.
Can you and your brother enact one? Sure. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so it's like starts like this. So we got a contestant who's coming to the live stream.
Wait here. Okay, now we go.
All right. Okay. All right. Fred Johnson, are you ready for this challenge?
Yes.
All right. I'm the cop. I pull you over and I say, hey, what's that smell in your car? What's that smell in your car?
I smoked a little while ago.
Wrong. And then I'd kick them out of the live. They'd be gone because they didn't use the first phrase, why did you pull me over? And then I would get another contestant in, and until somebody can do all 25 words in order correctly, that will be the winner. And you'd be amazed at how many people get nervous and can't do it, even though they've been following us. And what I found, people from other countries, including Iran and Costa Rica and Ireland, and on it goes, know this script better than a lot of the American people that come onto the live. But that's something we try to do to just further ingrain these 25 words and what we're teaching and preaching for everybody to be safe and know their rights when dealing with cops.
When I get those 25 words, I'll put them on a t-shirt, I promise. And so I'm working with Larry Serbin, who is making hemp board in California. They grew a 3,000 acre, a 3 acre, not 3,000. We want 3,000, but it was a 3 acre grow. And I flew down there and stayed at my sister's house in Santa Barbara, and then drove up to Fresno. And that weekend was incredible. And they're joining with a cotton gin, and the cotton gin went from 3 million farms down to 300 or 30 or some unbelievable number to China and to Texas. So all the California cotton gins are available to make hemp into hurd, and he's making 4x8 sheets of board. It's incredible what hemp can do. So everybody, just listen to your lawyers here today. We've got the Pop Brothers on. And where can they find you and your information? What is your website?
So first, Pop Brothers at Law. We always have to make that distinction because we love Pop Brothers who are out there, and there's plenty of them, but we have it trademarked, so we want to make sure we're on.
Is it attorney at law or just at law?
At Law. Pop Brothers at Law.
Oh, fantastic.
That's our trademark. But popbrothersatlawcom is our website. And then you saw the script sticker, and we have the script on mugs and other things at PBAL, pballmerch.com.
Fantastic.
Those are our two main websites.
Well, everybody, arm yourselves with the information, the news that will allow yourself to not get in trouble when the guy says it's pretty dank in your car when he pulls you over for, a light out on your license plate. They're looking for you. So have your lights done, have everything done, everybody. This is Jeffy Fresh here, Jeff Eichen on WEEDSDAYS saying, wait, let me come into the forefront here. I'm going to go add me sub there. So remember, everybody, to have everything in your car for night and day perfect. Put your weed in your trunk and don't drive intoxicated. And I'm Mr. Neutral, not Mr. Natural. I'm Mr. Neutral. And so I'm going to tell you like it is. I can't tell you that it cures cancer. I can't tell you that it works for PTSD, but I can have Brady come on and say, it freaking helped my PTSD. And he was 7 times in Kosovo and Iraq. And so my people around me are going to be on my next film. We're going to do a film about the families. I want to join with you boys and do a film about you guys, have you introduce our film. And when we do the concert stadium with Snoop and Willie, I want you on stage there. I want your banners there. We're going to do 42,000 NFTs at Oakland Coliseum, and it's coming. It's going to happen. I'm going to be first working with Jack's son Dan. We're going to be doing the golf tournament that we're already in tow with. It's coming in September. We're going to do the celebrity golf tournament for his dad. It's going to be Jack's Game of Golf, and so we're really excited to do that and drop our NFTs. We have an NFT, Michael Kemp, in the house, specialist, and he is really fantastic, and he's getting ready to help us drop my weed NFT party. I spent all winter photoshopping beautiful shots that I took with my dad's camera from the 60s, my dad's Hasselblad. I freaking am going to be dropping, and Mike's going to help us, and Mike has a NFT project. Tell us what an NFT is, Mike.
It's a non-fungible token. Pretty much being represented in the world of the news as JPEGs, soon to be 3D tokens themselves. Some people will think that it's a actual physical token. The token itself can be anything from a JPEG to
a shape of a token, the shape of an avatar.
And this is all legal. This is all legal. We got the Pod Brothers at Law with us.
We're not the NFT experts. Somebody's made one of us, though.
Did you get one from them? Did they make it and give it to you, or they just made it of you? And
No, I think it's being built or something. We're kind of old and clueless.
You might need some help. We don't know what's going on with it.
Well, my team is here to help us. I've got also Tommy did homies in Dreamland, and Joe was supposed to come on today. Let me see if I can ping Joe. And they dropped 10,000 and they sold out in an hour. So let's keep rolling. Let's make as much money that's going to take our million march. Well, wait a minute, everybody. We're having a blast here and we're rolling and we love the NFT talk, but it's time to read the State of the Union. Okay, that's Yoon with the yin. Okay, and I'm going to read the State of the Union, everybody. I'll keep our. Let me see if I can get everybody up here in gallery form. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to read the State of the Union. Jeff delivers the State of the Union address today. Okay, you ready? This is in response, everybody, to last night with Joe. And Joe did pretty good. He didn't flub up very much, and he wasn't even reading. He didn't flip his book. He didn't look at a teleprompter. It looked pretty decent. And so let's see if I can fix myself to come up on stage here. If I do this and then I go remove and I go boom, and we are global on POD TV, everybody, and we're so blessed to have you all here today. So it's Jeff Eichen with the State of the 420 Union, in my words. Okay, I'm not the king, I'm not the president, I'm the Pee Wee Herman of Pod, everybody. We're gonna go live whenever you call me. So first, I lit my father's candle. My close friend of 50 years, Steve Strauss, his dad too, his dad also cosmically passed on the same day in a different year. And that was my best buddy. Steve Strauss said I was best man at his wedding. 50 years we've been friends, and his dad and I have the same yard site. So that's pretty cosmic. And the cosmic thing is that we're all together today, starting our farmy here to the White House. So let's smoke a bowl of Jack Herer for our parents. And by the way, hang on. Here is some JH, and that's right in there. So let's smoke some JH for Jack and for our parents in the sky. It sounds like a song. So we're going to get Snoop to sing Parents in the Sky. Hemp Hemp Hooray to the Green Farmy. We will be infiltrating the White House before you know it. And do remember, all of you universal hempsters, that we are the chosen ones, just like Michael Jackson's song. Okay? Put an end to prohibition for wrongful, nonviolent, 3 strikes, cannabis, life without the possibility for parole. It was outdated in the 1937, the day it was enacted. Let's pull the plug and the rug on this blip on the radar screen. And I'm calling all my Green 420 troopers to enlist in our Million Family March, Farmy March, on the White House. Date to be announced. The day we are walking to the Supreme Court to get this Prohibition Act reversed and set the record back to its original reset. Hemp Hemp Hooray, as Jack Herer, like terror, said, Hemp Hemp Hooray, and rest in peace, Jack. As I breathe, I will not go to my resting parlor in the 420 heavens with one soul left in prison for an outdated and long overdue reset. We got this, and we are coming for our families still inside the prisons. We're coming for you. No FOMO allowed, fear of missing out, and we'll end prohibition globally in my lifetime. Please welcome today Ramaste Production and Goods, POD TV, and the New Green Farmy with ex-lifers and former police persons. We got Wise. We're supposed to have Neil Franklin on today, but we don't know where Neil is either. So we'll have him next week. And hemp hooray, everybody. This is my 420 State of the Union. And that's all I got to say is that we're going to, in my lifetime, end prohibition together. It's not a maybe.
I sure hope so. That's my goal.
Yep. All the party, all the NF.
I just turned the big 6-0. So when I first started smoking weed, man, it was a felony to have a fucking joint here in California. Where we've come, but we still have a long way to go.
Yes, that's what my whole team says, that are reformers. And I work with Vivian at HempFest and with Amy Povod, the Can Do Clemency, and we're getting prisoners out. And even Donald got 9 of our 12 on our commissary note, but we're still got a lot of work to do.
Yep, we need to vote out the old and vote in the new. That's the only way it's going to happen. We preach, or I preach. I get on my bandwagon on our social media. It's like if everybody who smoked the fucking joint would vote for the person who is pro-cannabis and get the guy who's anti-cannabis out, we're going to change things. But until the politicians change things, I mean, it's just. And of all the presidents we could have had, the worst one with his view on cannabis.
Well, you said earlier the stigma,
right?
The stigma.
He doesn't quite get that. He still has that stigma in his head, ingrained in his head, I believe, because I don't want to get too political, but the vice president sure did a 180 on what she said when she was campaigning. So it's really disappointing at the executive level.
We have the CARES Act in there, and we have a lot of ex-prisoners that are putting some might out, and yourselves now. And I've got a road into the White House. I've got a few people inside already, and they're not sneaks. They're real people. And so let's stay together. Let's do this together. I mean, all the parties we do in Vegas, in Colorado, in LA don't mean shit to me. And I normally don't poop on my my show, but pretend we're late night, everybody, and we're global right now. It doesn't mean shit to me, the party, or all the money you're making that's under your pillow because you can't put it in the bank. What I want is ending prohibition, so globally, so they don't kill people in the Philippines anymore, and so the Japanese can have it in their house. They can cook with it. I mean, what about 420 sushi? Come on, we're going to have that at our tournament, baby. And so the bottom line is that we do it together. And today, while I was writing my 420 State of the Union, I freaking said, what about the 1 million person walk? And we get 1 million people to do our walk with us. And then that's the day that we already set up. If gay marriage got it, we can get it.
Yep. Where's the golf tournament?
It's going to be in Dana Point at Monarch.
What's the date?
It's September, and we haven't got a full date yet because there's 2 weekends, and we're just getting our sponsors in a line right now. Dan and I are working on that very clearly and cleanly. And I just bought a 1967 Harley golf cart, and it's painted in military green, and I'm going to wrap it with weed photos that I made, and we're going to auction that off, and it's going to go to my relief fund. My relief fund is let's see if I can show you my relief fund here. My relief fund right here. My relief fund. You like my software here, you guys? My relief fund's pretty cool. That's going to all benefit the families, because before Eddie Lepp passed away, he was in jail for 35 tons, and he was my buddy. Eddie Lepp was a rainbow soul and a really beautiful human. Jeff Mazansky was in for 2 grams for 21.9. Okay, that was his 3rd strike. But Eddie Lepp, 35 tons, God bless his soul, he told me, and I have it on film to take to the White House, he says, you put me in jail, you put my family in jail. And so that's my next film, is about the families. So help me out with my projects, you guys. Let's get the golf tournament going. I'll introduce you. We'll have a private Zoom chat with Dan, and we're going to rock this out. It's going to be amazing. The next thing that I have on my list is the concert stadium, where Snoop sold out the Oakland Coliseum in 2019 on 420. So I want Snoop to headline, and all the prisoners are going to come in a dragon that I'm getting from the Oregon Country Fair, Kankakee, and I've already got the dragon, and they're going to go on stage. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Wu-Tang Clan, Snoop, and Willie Nelson are going to be on stage with Melissa Etheridge singing September Song when all the prisoners come out. So I've designed this beautiful concert. We just got to make it happen. It costs a lot to make that happen, but it ain't shit when we're going to be taking the snippets to the White House to share with them that it does help the budget. I mean, come on. If we're making paper and hempcrete homes, my friend is spraying hempcrete domes right now with a 3D printer. And so I can share that with you all too. So that's my world. I'm not stopping. You're not going to shut me up, but I really want to have this dance. So thank you so much. And thank you so much, Nancy, for joining us. Nancy, can you come back on for a second? Say hi to the gentleman.
Hi, everybody. Great to see the Wasserman brothers here today.
Nice to meet you.
Everybody else, nice to see you again. Yeah, hi, everybody. I don't know if you all know me, but I am the founding publisher for the first Bay Area edition of Sensi magazine, which started in Colorado back in 2017 as a kind of a city magazine with a nod to cannabis culture and all the great things that are coming. So a lot of good coverage on new products and things that are happening on the culture side of things of the cannabis industry. And we're finally back to getting events going. So that's what I've been busy doing, is
Right.
Events for here in NorCal. We'll also, that's where I am, but we'll also be doing them in SoCal as well.
Very good. Very good. Nice to meet, see you again. I know we've met, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. I'm bad with the name. My brother's better, but I do recognize you now. Great seeing you again.
Good to see you. Thanks for doing this and bringing us together.
Anytime we can help with any of the causes, if we're available, we certainly, we certainly can. And if you want to maybe speak with Mara about scheduling, they take care of our schedule a lot. So regarding the golf tournament and whatever else, and the concert, she's probably the best one to contact regarding our scheduling.
Fantastic. I'm going to every day I have a little chat box here for everybody. And if you guys can just give me a little bit, let's see here. If we go Pam Parade, and then we go boom in the chat box, just give me some contact for you guys, and I'll be able to email you what we're doing and get my NFT team with you. And then Dan Hare will have a private meeting with Dan. So if you can give me your phone numbers in the back room privately, just pull the drop down menu and send it to me privately, you guys. That'd be great. And thank you so much, both of you, for showing up. So Nancy, tell us what's next for you.
Well, let's see. Like I said, I'm in event planning mode. So the first event that we're going to be doing locally here in my little town of Guerneville on the Russian River in Sonoma County, we're going to be doing a fundraiser for Last Prisoner Project with the godmother of retail cannabis, Lynette Shaw, who has the first legal, let's say, retail dispensary in the country. It's located in Fairfax in Marin County. It's also the only dispensary in Marin, because Marin still doesn't want any cannabis happening in their county. She's working with me to put together this wonderful fundraiser. We're going to have a silent auction and a all-day list of bands that are playing. So it's going to be a really fun event. So that's the first one. That's on 4/23. And then I've got an event planned for June up here, which is part of Sensi. It's our Sensi night. It's going to be in Sebastopol, also in West County. And then hope to be putting on some bigger events in San Francisco. That's a little more, easy to get to for all over the Bay Area. And also, we're looking to do another Sensi event up in the Emerald Triangle, probably in Humboldt and Eureka. So yeah.
And you got super excited when I told you about the Oakland Coliseum, 42,000 NFTs.
Well, yeah, I would love to be a part of that. That sounds very exciting. I've wanted to do a big music event with Sensi for a long time. We've got events happening all over the country. Last night was our first big consumption and sales event in Michigan. The Sensi Night Mardi Gras was a big success. We've got another one coming up in Colorado just in a month or so, and that looks really exciting. So we've got events happening all around the country in all of our markets, and I'm just looking to do as many as I can. I'm also working with our local farmers here in Sonoma County, as well as further north, to do some farmers markets, which will be sales events to the community direct from farmers.
Fantastic.
So it's about time that we do whatever we can to support our farmers here in NorCal. It's been a really tough go for them in the last year or more, as many of you probably know. So I'm doing whatever I can to support them as well.
Well, we're blessed to have you, and I'm going to give you one bit of happiness. So thank you, Nancy, for all you do. It's great that the magazines are in print again, and it's great that the Pop Brothers are here finally. I mean, with their push and their spread and my Pee Wee Herman-ness, we're gonna freaking kill this and end prohibition together. Like I said, it's not about the party; it's about ending prohibition.
Hey, are we doing this at the White House?
Yeah. I love that. That's from my school. We did the Macarena. The Macarena. Bump it, jump, bump, bump. But I do have my Dr. Demento horn. And we're so happy to have a Weeds Day, everybody. I'll reset the room. It's Weeds Day with the Relief Project, Jeff 420 Union today, the State of the Union, and the Pot Brothers. It's such a blessing to have them on board today. Why don't we get Kara? Why don't you say hi to the Pot Brothers, Kara? Are you with us? Yeah. She's getting her sound on.
Hey, you gotta say Pop Brothers at Law.
Pop Brothers at Law, yes.
Pop Brothers at Law. It is definitely the Pop Brothers. Hi guys, I'm Kara. It's nice to finally meet you. I am here in Indiana fighting for legal cannabis here in my state. Probably guys a couple times in the last year or so on Clubhouse, and called your office before to ask for some recommendations to people in my area, and I finally found somebody, so I am good now.
Good.
But yeah, I'm so appreciative to have you here as part of the New Green Farming with Jeff and everybody, and Mike, and and Nancy, and all of us, and Brady, and I don't remember who else is here, and if I'm missing anybody, I think it's Vicky. I'm sorry, Dan. I think I scrolled through and saw everybody, but I just am really grateful to be a part of this movement for ending prohibition at all, because I'm here in the blinds of Indiana where we have nothing, and it just kind of sucks to be us. So like, somebody has to speak up and say we need legal weed now. There's a big reason for it. There's a lot of people dying from opioid addiction and overdosing on fentanyl laced cannabis that's coming from somewhere we don't know. So in order to stop that from happening, somebody had to say something. And I just think we need legal cannabis stat here in our state and across the board so that we can stop this problem immediately. We lost one of Jeff's close friends. Josh, wasn't your friend Josh, right?
It was Josh from San Francisco. He won DJ of the Year 6 years in a row, and he died from fentanyl 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
He went home to Idaho, and he was showing his buff body, and he does hot yoga, and he's gay, and he blew the trumpet, and he set up all of his DJ equipment every night and danced the whole universe. But his difference of who he was allowed him to get addicted to the O. And so we're the opposite of O, everybody. And every show I'm going to have Josh on stage with us. We're going to have Josh flags, and people that have passed away that we love, we're going to make flags and have them at every one of our shows blown in the breeze for their honor. We're going to have a little memoriam corner for all of our brothers and sisters that, that got caught up with opium.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
I'd rather people in recovery than people, underground. That's really where.
I mean, we've interviewed so many people, not just the vets, but just everybody who's gone through addiction. And we have, and I guess it's, anecdotal evidence because it's not scientific, but we have so much of that we've talked to people over the last 5 years who were vets, who were people who were strung out, people who were started on opiates. They got hooked on it, and the doctors took them off, and they went to heroin, and they went to harder drugs, and then cannabis got them off all of it. And there are so many of those stories that, they just line up. We could probably have people line up for 24 hours straight and talk to the president and say, look, this is, we don't need the research that you think we need. It works. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I mean, come on.
Cannabis, Craig, cannabis is the gateway drug to the munchies.
That's right. We call it the reverse gateway. The reverse gateway drug. It gets you off of all the shit.
It's the gateway drug to the munchies, couch lock, or making love with your partner.
It's an exit.
That's right.
It's an exit medicine, an exit strategy, an exit relief. It's an exit. It's not the gateway.
Absolutely.
It's the way out.
Absolutely.
For this say me, cocaine, the long list of it, and the neutralizer for it was cannabis. It's just finding the proper ones with what works with cannabis. But that's a whole other show. Oh yeah.
We're so
you guys, Mark. Thank you.
We're so happy to have you, Michael. You're a little bit in the metaverse there, not with a strong signal. So we love you, and thanks for all your support. Michael's going to help us with our drops, and we'll team up with you guys and get you in that metaverse. Pop Brothers at Law, Jack Hare like terror, Dan would say, hey, wait a minute. It's not Herrera, it's Hair like terror.
Where is Dan? I missed that guy.
Dan was supposed to be here today, but he was on last week, and he just came back from Colorado traveling. So love you, Dan. And we're gonna get Mark and Craig on the team here now. We're gonna be putting with who knows, Mike Tyson and all the other celebrities. We're gonna have fun at our golf tournament. Dan Maloney, say hi to the Pop Brothers at Law. I got.
How's it going, guys? Very nice to meet
Dan,
you.
how you doing?
Pretty good. I'm from Illinois, but I'm living up in Wisconsin at the moment.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, it's a little tough up here, I'm not gonna lie.
Cheeseheads.
Yeah. I'm working my way through the soil food web school, so I'm more in soil and all that, trying to change the way people look at how we farm and how we do things, try and get it more ecological.
Cool.
Can Mark? Dan, can you tell the global POD TV audience and Mark and Craig about hops latent virus?
I don't know too much about it, but it is running rampant throughout the West and everywhere. It's not a very good thing. I'm not keen to plant pathology as much. I'm more soil microbiology, and I'm still real low on that scale of learning. So I'm getting there, but it's taking time. But yeah, we talked about it a little bit at the Regenerative Cannabis Conference this weekend, and meristem cleaning is like the only way that you can really get rid of it.
What is it? What is it?
Hops latent virus. It's a dudding. I guess it's some sort of dudding disease in cannabis, which it delays growth and your yields are a lot worse. Sorry, I'm really nervous.
That's okay, Dan. Dan,
You can say anything. I don't know a thing about what you're talking about. So.
Don't shut the fuck up right now. Talk.
yeah. Go.
It's a viral disease that runs in the plant tissue, basically, and it causes gutting and slower growth rate and all sorts of other issues. I'm not an expert on
It's
that.
rampant.
So,
Dan Harrer said last week on my show, he said that the hops latent has stopped thousands of square feet of his father's plant, and they had to kill all the plants. So it's going through, and he says it's now crossing over into carrots and lettuce. And so the United States government, whoever is on it, they're trying to find out, just like COVID, what to do about it. And a lot of our strains are getting mutated into a bad state. And so that's what Dan told us last week, Dan Harrer.
that's definitely new to me. The fact that it's moving over into other plants now, I didn't know that, but that's not good. If it's mutating into other plants, that means it can get into almost anything, which could delay food crops. It could cause serious food shortages.
Well, I asked Dan, I said, can we start a seed bank? So that's probably what we need to do, everybody, with clean seeds, and put them in a bank and have them, like in the capsules. So
and from what I understand, I guess it can't be passed in seeds so far. I haven't seen anything about it being passed in seeds. So if you use clean seed, you should be okay. But it is, I heard, in soil. So if you have it in your soil, you can get it in your seed if you do plant in a new round of.
Dan said that it was on the shears. It was on the shears, and if you didn't clean your shears properly, you get busted, and it would infect the whole room. And so Dan said that he's losing a lot of his dad's grow, and it's affecting our whole industry. And it's not public yet, and so we need to listen, put our ears to the ground. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, Dan, here, and we're so blessed to have you. So let's say okay. And we have Vicky. Vicky, why don't you say hi to the Pop Brothers at Law?
Hey guys. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. It's our pleasure.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, thanks. It was very informative for what I could hear. I had to stop and do a couple things, so I'll watch the replay later too.
There you go.
So,
Yeah.
Vicky, what's your support? What would you have to say to the Brothers at Law, and to myself, and to our just as support? What is your dream?
I don't have a lot to say, but I will say I do want it to get resolved, and you guys, everybody that gets together finalizes and makes a big difference, because it does need to be done. I don't know, to be honest, much about marijuana. I'm learning things, but you guys are awesome doing what you're doing, and I'm just trying to figure out where I can come into play to help do anything. So just keep being supportive of each other and the people that need it.
Thank you so much, Vicky. So,
thank you, Jeff. Yeah.
So we're at the top of the hour, everybody, and we're really blessed to have a great show today, and everybody on. So Michael's outside now. He probably has more bandwidth there. Hey, Michael. And we got Cara. We're going to start at the top with Craig. Craig, give us your final words here about reform, and how, what would you say to the children?
Well, I tell people, get active, get involved. It starts at the city level, especially here in California, where we still have less than a third of the cities in the entire state of California still ban cannabis. It's got to start at that city level. People have to get involved, get up off their ass, and have their voice be heard, whether it's in the city council meeting, board of supervisors meeting. You need to get vocal, and you need to get involved and let your voice be heard, and every vote counts.
Okay, so what would you say to the adults? You said to the children. Oh, yeah. What would you say to the children?
That would basically be to both.
To both. Okay.
Anybody of voting age, to the children, it's more of, the way it's, and instead of my child getting on ADD drugs when he was 13, I introduced him to cannabis. And I think it's a parent's place to do that properly. Now he's a very, very successful, both my boys, business people. They have one of the biggest cannabis brands in California. I'll throw it out there, West Coast Cure. And I think it's up to the adults and the parents to figure out what's best for their kids. And so many times they could actually turn to cannabis and they're afraid to. And I don't think they should be afraid to if it's done properly.
Fantastic. What would you say to the prisoners?
Hang in there till we get it federally legal and all the federal people get, expunged or commuted sentences or just, straight out reversed. And, anything that was a cannabis crime before that didn't involve any type of violence, it's just a no-brainer.
How about we're coming for you?
We're coming for you. That's
okay. Yeah, wait a minute. That deserves a Dr. D. Okay. So I'm going to pass over myself and thank you so much. Wait. I got one last question for you. What would you say to me?
We're coming for you.
Okay. Yay.
Oh, we're coming with you, and then we're coming for you.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key. Okay. So we're now at Mark. Mark, tell us a little bit about what you'd say to the children, and we'll roll through that. I'll work with the children first.
Well, I say what I say to my kids because I have a 12-year-old, 8-year-old, 12-year-old, and 17-year-old. And they actually get asked sometimes by their friends about why their dad uses drugs. And they know to say that it's a plant that's a medicine that helps people. And my dad is trying to help more people by teaching them their rights. Because they also get asked, why does your dad cuss so much? But we say, shut the freak up to the kids learning that lesson. And I think it's important that kids know that it's a negative stigma that exists. Because you have kids who just mimic and hear from their parents, oh, that's a joint, it's bad. And so those are the things that I would try to communicate to the kids.
And they're following us in the footsteps.
Yes.
And what would you say to the adults?
It's really more along the lines of what my brother said, is just get out there and vote and make on the local level. It starts at the local level. You got to make change at the local level, and then it goes upwards. Because what do you really care about? Where you live. So you got to go to those city council meetings, those board of supervisor meetings. And like a friend of mine who I went to high school with, who's a mayor somewhere, once said, I wanted to make change, so I ran. Do it. If you want to make that much change and you're that affected by it, go run in your city. Go get involved on that level.
So adults, speak up. Okay, don't shut up. Okay. And I love the new F word, freak. That's the new F word, everybody. Because you know what? With punk music, they used to have mohawks. They were freaks, but they were beautiful people. And same with the diversity group, the LGBT. Don't give me any BLM crap that we're all different. We are all different. We're all special. So you talked about the children and the adults. What would you say to me?
We need to smoke a joint.
I'm coming down. I'm coming down, baby. Okay. And this tie is from Chris Boucher. This tie, it's 35 years old. It's all hemp. It's one of Chris's ties, and he knew what this said on the back. It says here on the back of his 35-year-old tie, it says, "Save the American Hemp Company," and it was Hempstead. And so I wear my hemp vest and my suit. I make suits in Vietnam, and we take Larry Serban's fabric in 50-pound bags. Well, we're going to make you a suit, both of you. We're going to make you a hemp suit. Look at my hemp vest, baby.
I'm ready for that. I need that.
I'll get you one for sure. So everybody else, we're here. We're rolling down. Dan, what do you have to say? Final words to the children.
Learn about them microbes, learn how you can actually help the planet instead of doing more destruction.
Global warming for sure. And what about to the adults? What would you say to the adults?
Same thing. Most of them need to learn better than the kids do. Kids learn quicker.
And what would you say to me?
Thank you for having me.
Love you, man. Peace out. And there we go. So you can stay online, Dan. And what about Brady? What do you have to say to the children?
Keep the faith, learn from the adults' mistakes, and don't make the same mistakes. The adults, we need prohibition. It's stupid, to be in one state and be able to, go and get what I need, and then another state where they're hurting. So decriminalize it, export it. Let's be the largest exporter of cannabis in the world and hemp, and become independent that way, and be a leader in the world. To you, I would say I want one of them suits. And yeah. Also, you were talking about NFTs and everything. I'm also an NFT artist. Brady does the NFTs on OpenSea. I have a website, ashesgrove.com, and that's where I'm an author. I just wrote a book. It's on Amazon. It's in the top 10 right now for new releases. And I've started a nonprofit called Ashes Grow, where I'm helping first responders, veterans like myself, and trauma survivors, get them into the woods, disconnect for a few days, and get grounded with things that have helped me in my PTSD and my
Fantastic.
So
fantastic, Brady. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you having me on.
Thank you so much for all your service. I mean, for going back and then coming back and taking and being a poster child. We need you on stage with us. We need you on stage with us to be the testimonial person. We're going to walk you into the White House, Brady. You are first on the list because those with me today are going to play. So those with me today are going to play. Hemp Hemp Hooray. Vicky, what do you have to say to the children? We can hear you, Vicky. Are you still with us? What do you have to say to the children?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I would stay away from any narcotics. Weed is the best way. I can totally relate to somebody in my family who was an addict and is clean now, and it makes a big difference to stay away from that stuff.
You're getting rugged a little bit. You're getting rugged a little bit, Vicky. So we're gonna.
Yeah.
You're getting rugged a little bit. So we're gonna record you, and then I'll put it in the edit. Kara, give us a little bit of your what would you say to the children?
The only thing I can think of is a song, because we were talking about Michael Jackson. So I'm thinking, heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, it's a better place for you and for me. I forgot the words of that in there. But yeah, that goes for everybody. Like that song was
We are the world. We are the children.
Yes. So I think all of us can heal the world at this point in life because we're in for some serious healing, guys.
Bang. Okay, how about what about the adults?
Adults, let's see, go vote and hemp hemp hooray, and let's smoke a joint today.
Okay, and what about me?
Jeff, I love you and thank you for having me here.
Okay, Michael, children.
Drugs don't make seeds.
Say that again.
Make seeds.
You're still getting rugged a little bit.
Yeah.
You're getting rugged a little bit, buddy. Hey, so the children. Okay, for me, the children follow in our footsteps. Okay, and I want you to. I'm gonna get here to the other view here. So I want children to follow in our footsteps, the adults, and help us. We're in cleanup mode, cleanup time, and the planet is in a desperate need to have the children be responsible, love their parents, support them in every act that we're doing, every angle, every dangle, and then for the adults, like everyone's saying, vote, be responsible, and don't settle until we end prohibition. And for me, keep on trucking like a doodah man. Jerry Garcia got off the bus, but we're still on the bus, everybody. And we're going to take the Cannabis straight to the White House. Now that we got the Pop Brothers at law, we got Jeff Eiken's Weeds Day. We'll have them on again. We'll get Cheech and Chong on again. We'll get Dan Hare on again. We'll see you at the golf tournament. We'll see you in Vegas. Let's get me on stage with you in Vegas. We'll do something about the prisoners. Maybe I'll bring Jeff Mazansky and have a chat or a roundtable there, a hemposium. And I'm connected with Vivian at HempFest, and we'll do a hemposium. He said we could use that word. And I love you all. And final words, Mark.
Final words. I always have to close with, remember, when you're utilizing your constitutional and civil rights, when using our 25-word script and shutting the fuck up, that's you shut the fuck up. Never tell the cop to shut the fuck up. There's people out there who, so I want to make that clear before I go. But it's something that you use calmly, politely, and at the end of the day, it is to help preserve and protect all of your constitutional, civil rights remedies and defenses to be used in court after to defend yourself and or to bring a civil lawsuit. You're never going to win an argument of any sort with a cop right there at the stop. It just ain't going to happen, from I didn't run the red light to whatever else is going to lead to all the other crap. So I leave you with that, and the final thought of shut the fuck up when cops ask questions.
Hey, I'm looking for my, hang on, I think I have it right here. What is the term for jury nullification? Tell everybody what that is.
That's it, jury nullification. I'm glad you brought that up, because jury nullification is this. When you're a juror and you sit up, and now most people, they want to try to get out of jury duty, right? Don't do that anymore, because you can effectuate change simply by jury nullification, which is this. As a juror, your right is to go in, sit there, listen to all the evidence, take your notes and listen to everything, go back into the deliberations, sit there with your mouth shut, and make a vote. You can do that. And in your head, it's very important that this remains in your head for ridiculous and confusing reasons that I'll tell you. But when you're sitting on this cannabis felony case, because somebody brought 8 pounds through the airport here at LA because he needs his medicine, and he got 8 pounds over here because it's better, and he was going back to Chicago, and he's a medical patient.
Right, he got his medicine for the year.
But it's a felony, right? And so I don't believe in that law. This guy's not guilty because I don't believe in that law. I don't believe this.
And that's jury nullification.
That's jury nullification. Now, if you sit up there and go and express your knowledge of it and that you might even use it, you'll be kicked out. If an attorney alludes to it at any point during a trial, mistrial potential, we can't talk about it in there, but go right outside the courthouse, and there's people with pamphlets under the First Amendment protection handing out what I'm telling you right now. jury nullification pamphlet. This is your right as a juror. Right outside the courtroom, where I, as an attorney inside, I better not mention. But I'm going to say it all over everywhere in social media as much as I can so people know and change that stigma. I don't want to go to jury duty. No, I want to go and put me on a case where I can make some change. So that's jury nullification. A lot of power.
So everybody, we are the world, we are the children. Let's make a better day and let's start giving. And as a juror, don't get off cannabis, because you're tired or you're embarrassed to go get $1 a day. Go help somebody not get in jail for non-violence. Let's bring home Leonard Peltier. Let's get in there. I've got people that are going to bring us in, and I want to walk with you, Mark, without a doubt, to some of the things that I've got up my sleeves. And it's a pleasure to meet you and everybody. I'm going to put everybody back on just for 1 second here in gallery mode. Everybody give us a 3 and I'll do that's our new peace sign. I'll do a screenshot for my post-production. There you go. 3 forward, 3 forward. Brady, let's see if we can get Brady. Brady's a little frozen there. I'll get him. Okay, here we go. Got it. Okay, cool. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to say adios, Mark, and the Pop Brothers at Law.
Thank you very much.
That's your new jingle. And so I'm gonna play. I'm gonna share my screen with you all. Look at this new image that I made, everybody. This is the new green farmy. Can you all see that?
Nice.
Okay. This is the old past and the old future. They were bigger than the present. This is the new green farmy. That's us going to the White House, and we're going to stay in the present, okay? And the present's going to be where we're at, and we're going to teach that. So everybody, we're going to play our outro here, and here we go. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and we are going to have a Weeds Day this week, and it's going to be great. We're going to have incredible guests. We're going to be talking about our NFT Relief Fund project, and we're going to have some OGs on, and please donate to the Prisoner Fund, the Relief Fund. Okay, everybody, it's me, Jeff Eichen, and we have a news update, and you know what that means, and we are going to have the State of the Union today. I'm going to read that freaking State of the Union. I don't even know where it is right now, and we'll see you at noon. Hemp, hemp, hooray. Horn here. So, thank you so much, everybody. Hemp, hemp, hooray. Hey everybody, it's Jeff Eichen here, and we've got Brady and myself left here, and we're just going to say good night, God bless, and let's stay together in the farming. Thank you, Brady. Thank you, Dan. Love you all. See you next time.